paperwork. So managing diabetes becomes a stroll down Easy Street, or a trip to the movies, or even a day at the beach. Talk to your pharmacist today. Walgreens, at the corner of happy and healthy.
Zero out-of-pocket costs when billed to Medicare and full coverage supplemental insurance.
Welcome to another great installment of Younger Life Live. I am Ricardito Ferricchi.
And I'm just Mary Anthony.
Yeah. I feel good
okay,
today.
so it's a good day. It is definitely a good day. You know what? I got up really, really early this morning. One of my kids woke up and to climb in bed with me, and he woke me up. And I couldn't believe it was raining because it was such a quiet rain.
Beautiful.
It was
gentle.
such a quiet rain that because I got up because he woke me up, and that wakes up my one little dog, and so I knew she would have to potty right away. So I took her out, and I couldn't get over the rain. I never heard it. I'm a very light sleeper typically, so I normally wake up when I hear the rain or even the wind real hard. Sometimes it'll wake me up.
Throwing a thunder boomer
That's
or some
it.
lightning.
Yeah,
you're in
that's
big trouble.
it. I typically will wake up, but it was such a quiet rain. It was such a pretty rain that it actually made me feel wide awake instead of wanting to snuggle back up. Usually it makes me want to snuggle back up and sleep.
Yes.
I was so wide awake because it was just so quiet and pretty that
It was
it's like,
calming
oh,
for the
man.
soul.
Well, and I very seldom have a quiet minute anywhere. So I thought, ooh, I'm going to take advantage, just stand here for a few minutes while she ran out and did her business. I stood inside the door and thought, man, nice, easy way to start the day,
I was so jonesing to ride my bike yesterday. I stayed in town
Oh,
because
you
I
did,
had
yeah.
some business to attend to at both of the radio properties that were on here for Younger Life as well. And I got back to the place I stayed, and it was so nice. But it was one of those beautiful things. I went for a quick swim.
Oh, you
my
did?
wife
Great.
said it was late.
We actually
There
went
was no one in the
swimming.
pool.
We went swimming yesterday afternoon, and it was beautiful, but I couldn't get over the sun's intensity just that little while we were out there.
Yes.
Caked on the kids' sunblock, and thank God I did, because you still see all their faces got so tan just in that little bit we were swimming. But it was a beautiful day, so we were kind of hoping to get to do that this afternoon, but I'm not sure we're going to fit it in between the raindrops.
Well, you know what? It is a little bit of a gloom day here
It is.
up
That's
along
okay.
the shoreline.
I like it
but,
every now and then.
I kind of like this. I'm not bad, but I will tell you, as we edge up on Father's Day weekend, we'll be talking more about Father's Day stuff. And for those out there, I can't believe it. It's going to be absolutely gorgeous between Chicago, Northwest Indiana, and Southwest Michigan. This weekend's going to be beautiful Thursday all the way through Sunday.
I know it.
Which will be really nice.
It's a beautiful time of year. We're lucky. And again, with so much going on constantly, it's nice to know that there are all those options for those people that get out and enjoy it.
On the radio platform today, I have to throw this out because I know they're listening right now. Amy and Christy were here from the LaPorte County Public Library, and I'm actually getting people chiming into this right now. I had mentioned, we were chatting about you, and she goes, Mary Anthony and I are working out a deal. We're going to come out there and hang loose.
Well, they do. We had talked about it once before, and actually when we toured the mobile unit, they told us all about their summer program. They call them Pack-a-Sacks.
Yes, exactly.
That they do on Mondays at 11. And they usually do it on the library lawn, although with the main branch in LaPorte being renovated this year, it's currently being renovated, so no one's there. They are doing them on the lawn of the Civic, which is really cool.
I love the Civic.
And so there's so many cool things that they're actually doing. And I'm trying to work it out to see if we can get a camera guy for Monday, because this coming Monday. So they're every Monday at 11 a.m. It's about an hour or so. You bring your lunch and kind of participate. Some of them are all learning. I can tell you what they are real quick if you'd like me to.
Please, I would love that.
I don't want to spoil too much of it because we're going to try to get out there this coming Monday.
We are going out there because that's what she said. And by the way, she said she liked you a lot better than she likes me.
Oh, whatever. She loves you.
I was crying on the radio this morning.
She loves you.
No,
nonsense.
I was complimenting how much I love your energy. And before I got that out, I had Nick Cohn, Sanders, our executive producer, Christy, Amy, myself. This place was hopping.
Yeah, I got to hear once I left. I didn't leave home this morning till about 8, so that's when I turned you on. But anyway, so there are so many cool pack of stacks. They just started this in the month of June, and so obviously we've already had a couple. Yesterday's was Pioneer, Indiana. It was just kind of cool. They're always cool little themes. Again, they're about an hour. Bring your lunch, and on the lawn of the Civic. Yesterday's was learn about chores, games, medicine, and education in Pioneer, Indiana. So you got to take part in, again, these are geared towards children. They got to take part in chores like carrying water, churning butter, other things like that are part of lives. Kids get the hands-on experience. So yesterday I didn't get to go to that one, but it sounded like a lot of fun. The one I'm dying to go to and is definitely right up the Younger Life Live Avenue is called Build a Better You. This is this coming Monday, June 20th.
Do we need to build a better you? I don't think so.
Well,
I don't
listen
think
to what
this
sounds like. So much fun. It says, join us for fitness and for fun. So we'll learn all about the human body and participate in a Ninja Warrior mini obstacle course. You know that's my children's favorite show. So that is a huge, huge deal. And so we're going to try to make it there on Monday morning at 11. So we're trying to get a camera guy there.
Speaking of building a better you.
That's right. Absolutely.
The man who's just an unbelievable dancer.
That's what I want to hear about the most right now.
Sergeant Christy Yagelski.
Hey! Thanks for having me.
Good morning.
You are
Thanks
awesome.
for joining
It's
us.
so great to have you here on Younger Life. He is a great dancer.
Oh, okay. So I have to start there. I've been dying to know. I wasn't able to attend the event, and I heard that yourself and all the participants did fabulous job dancing. So first of all, bravo taking that on and doing it. Yeah, I'm curious to know, did you guys actually have to train for it? I know you obviously had to learn routines, but was it training?
Oh my gosh, 8 weeks.
Really? Really?
Yeah, but I had such a great partner, Dana Chartier from LaPorte, who's a professional dancer, and she led me through everything. And they hired Judy Jake from Michigan City from Metamorphosis. And she orchestrated everything and directed everything, and so everything had a theme. Yeah, and
that's
she
so
really
cool.
did a great job.
Was the training in the physical aspect, was it much different than you expected? Was it harder?
Oh my gosh. I expected maybe a couple of just the visits or whatever, a couple of this or that. And then it turned out to be 8 weeks of constant. I mean, I left sweating.
That's what I'm saying. So like the activity, the
unbelievable. I mean, it's very intense, but it was a lot of fun too. We had a lot of laughs and a lot of good times.
It's the best way to exercise.
Oh,
when
absolutely.
You're having fun, you don't even really realize that. I mean, you're working at it. But it's such a good fun way. You want to keep doing it. So
if you go to YouTube and type in my name, you can see the whole video, and it's kind
really.
of
I'm gonna have to do that. I didn't realize that was on there.
Oh yeah, it's very cool.
Was the whole event posted or all of the dancers?
I know that there were sections of it. I don't know. I know they.
My whole thing is if you type in my name is in there, and I know that Brandon is in there from Jones from BW3s. His is in there. But you just have to type their specific name.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was
very
really enjoyable.
Neat. Did you ever do that before or anything like
Never.
that? Would you do it again?
Oh, absolutely, I would.
Sweet.
I do just about anything. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a great fundraiser and a great event that was very successful and great cause behind it. I didn't get to go this year.
We
so
raised
I would love
$54,000.
$54,000. It was amazing.
That's incredible.
And the whole Younger Life slant and healthy side of this, Sergeant Chris Yagelski, Chris here, of course, does such a great job. You're already athletic. You and the men and your team, your colleagues, you work out. So I wanted to ask you from the standpoint of working out and actually taking the challenge. You obviously were sweating. It was a whole different spin. They say dancing is, I love dancing, but it's a whole different workout, right?
Oh, it is. And it really puts a lot of, part of mine was the Dirty Dancing theme of my song. So I had to do a lift.
Oh, you did do the lift.
I ended up doing 3 lifts. So, I mean, it turned out to be quite interesting, but I mean, I had to prepare for that.
Yeah, yeah.
And I work out 3 days a week with a trainer, so we kind of my son's friend and him, and we do that all the time. So it keeps me in fit shape, I hope.
Well,
and
I don't know if you know this, but Sergeant here as well. You're an avid golfer. Am I correct on that?
Yeah, I try.
So, but I have
I
seen
do.
on Facebook you do certain things throughout the year, family style.
Oh,
where you
absolutely.
guys do, dad son type applications.
Oh, that's fun.
Does that play into your, every day from spring and summer, like your golf? I mean, you obviously golf too.
I do. We've traveled different locations. We go to
Really?
Arizona and golf, and we've done that as a father-son
Cool.
thing. It's
That's
very, it's
really
very
neat.
cool, and that's our thing together. So
Yeah.
I really enjoy that. But then I golf in a lot of the fundraisers. Of course, we just did Sheriff's Boyd's here last Friday, and then we did the Chambers on Wednesday. So
Wow.
Now, are those walking courses?
no, oh my God,
I was just
Look at her.
checking.
it was so hot.
That's what I like to do on the golf course.
Okay.
I'll be the cart driver.
That's
I
right.
enjoy
There you go.
that.
There you go. Yes.
Unless it's mini golf, I'm really
Well, they
terrible.
all know. People ask me all the
terrible.
time to do these golf things. I was like, listen, I will be more than happy to host the luncheon,
Yeah.
drive a cart. This is Rick Federicki, Mary Anthony, Younger Life, driving the cart.
Oh,
Waiting.
God.
You know,
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
I do. I am terrible. My husband used to work at Schwann's Ice Cream many, many years ago, and they would have an outing once a year. It was best ball, and they wanted to skip me because
Yeah.
I was just so
Just sit in
bad
the
at it. I was terrible. I was really rotten at it, but it definitely is a sport.
Absolutely.
I mean, it really
Oh,
is.
absolutely. But and like you say, it is challenging. It keeps you fit, and like I say, you do still do enough walking and enough
Oh,
exercising in and out of the cart, and of course
Yeah,
the
yeah.
swinging of the club, and it just a lot into it.
For sure. For sure.
What I
It's
love
fun.
about, as we chat here on Younger Life about different things, here's a great example where Sergeant Chris never did the dance thing, but he's all apart fundraisers and community events, nonstop physical
Yeah.
activity. Here's something he took the challenge.
Stepped outside of that comfort zone.
Way.
And that has to be intimidating
It
on a
was.
mental level because it certainly isn't just physical. People are watching. That's embarrassing.
Oh, and if I-
I tend to shy away from that a little, but you really had to step out of your comfort zone, I would imagine. And
Oh, really much
Take
so.
that
And,
on.
and I was like afraid to either drop her or
Oh my God.
step on
You
her
would really be the talk.
or fall down. Any of
Yeah,
those things
yeah.
go through your head. Honestly, it does.
absolutely,
So
absolutely.
I was able to actually get through it completely, and it looked
Yeah.
pretty good, I thought.
you should be
I've got
really proud of yourself.
I've got a good idea here. You would be a great dancer for next year's fundraiser.
There you go.
Oh,
there you
please.
go.
Look at her.
Yeah, I said
Absolutely.
I love to dance, but
So do
not
I.
in that. Not when I know people are watching. And
When I first
that's
went
so
to the very
different.
first practice, and honestly, it was very intimidating, and
Yeah,
I was very
certainly.
afraid, of course. But the ladies led me through that step by step, and it was a little, they kept private so that no one
Yeah.
was embarrassed.
Right.
And they walked me through every step, and next thing you know, I'm dancing.
Yeah,
So,
see,
yeah.
that's fantastic.
Was there
And
any
obviously
kind of
good teachers. That's nice.
Was there any kind of a drill thing like, come on,
Oh,
like,
I'm telling you,
knew
Judy
it.
is intense. She's intense, and it's her show, and she puts on a great show,
yeah.
and she makes sure that of course you're going to have fun doing it too. So I
that's
really
really
enjoyed her company, and everybody did a great job.
I
coming
have to
together.
know what the other officers thought. Were they?
Some of them laughed until it was over. They said I
That's
did a
it.
pretty good job.
Hey.
So
Yeah.
honestly, I was very appreciative of that I made it through, and we had tables full, and the chief and mayor and everybody was present there, and everybody applauded my dancing. So I'm
Yeah.
kind of excited
he
about
made
that.
it past that level. And by the way, if anybody wants to toy with them, then get out there and do it yourself.
No kidding.
Sure,
That's what I'm
and that's just
saying,
it.
you know?
And Rick and I talked when we were at the Queens Fest here this last weekend that we're up for a challenge, and we're
Always.
going to do the ride until we puke, or we're going to do
Yeah, that's-
something.
That's it. Okay.
And we're going to raise some money ourselves, but
Yes.
but that's just it. You got to get out there and you got to
You
do
do.
fun stuff.
You're right. You're right. You definitely have to step outside of that and give it a try. That's fantastic. So you said you work out 3 days a week.
Yes.
Is that a requirement that the officers have, or is that just something you personally?
No,
is
that's
that
me
your own
personally.
goal?
Yeah, we have our own gym at the police department, which is very good, and it's
Oh, that's nice.
they're open 24 hours a day for all the officers and their families to come.
That's really
and,
nice.
we have all the latest, greatest equipment, so it's really good for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And our new facility is going to have a track outside. We're going to have
Oh.
so it'll
Wow.
be very, very cool.
Yeah.
And a walking track for folks, and almost like similar to Strebo Pond is. And
I love that.
it should be great for everybody. And we're going to have a sledding hill for the kids. We're going to have a basketball court
that's
and
fun.
all kind of physical activities that we want the kids to get outside
That's
and
right.
actually do stuff.
That's it. That's what we're all about. Getting them out and moving and not stopping just because you're not a kid.
And not
Exactly.
staying in front of
Get
that
out.
gizmo, the electronic gizmo.
Yes.
Put
I
it
know.
down.
Exactly
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah, you know,
Yes.
there's a time and place for all those things, but you need to move your body. You
And
know, get
I'm
out.
really happy with the skate park that we have. And I've seen even younger adults getting there.
Yeah.
I'm not ready for that because I think I would probably hurt a knee or
Yeah,
something. But
we definitely don't want injuries. I know.
But I love to skate, and to go to a skating rink. I wish there was one real closer, but we have to go
on.
to Mishawaka.
Do you like to roller skate?
I
Roller
just was
skate.
going to say,
I'm
Oh,
in.
yeah.
Us
We love
three.
to
I'm a roller
roller
skater.
skate.
Let's do that. There's
I love
another
to roller
fundraiser.
skate.
Let's do it.
I am not kidding you. A Younger Life Live, Michigan City Police, Gerard Media LLC fundraiser for whatever you guys want to do.
roller skate.
We'll do a 24-hour thing, and
I'll do it.
we'll rent skates in, and we'll bring them. We did that for at one event
Really?
a few years ago at my kids' school, and we actually rented
it.
skates. They brought the skates in, so we could do that
Into the school?
in the school. We did it in the gym actually.
Oh, how nice.
Yeah.
That's really neat.
I'm telling you, you know how good I used to be really good at the back dancing. I'd even be able to stop.
Yeah.
There you go. There you
I
go.
do like to roller skate. My family tried ice skating this winter, and I was really afraid of injuries too. But really, I mean, other than sore bottom from falling a few
Yes,
times, nobody.
yeah.
I
You
have
did
to
not
say,
fall, did you?
No, I was the only one out of all 7 of us that didn't fall.
Oh wow!
And I
See,
did get
there
to
you
brag
go.
over that. The kids kept hoping. They were waiting for me to wipe out, but they were the only ones and my husband that fell. But it was fun, and it was different. I thought I expected it to be a lot different than roller skating, and it is, but it wasn't a lot harder. It was just different.
Yeah, just
It's a different feel. You know,
Exactly
going on
correct.
Yeah.
Exactly
there. Just
correct.
getting up, the balance was a little different. But we rollerbladed, but I were like regular old roller skates are my
I
favorite.
have to tell you, we were on the trails, and I
Yes.
said over the weekend between all the gigs and stuff, Norm and I rode 25 miles up along the St. Charles Fox River area.
Oh, nice.
And I was watching people on their rollerblades, and I am so afraid of
Yeah. Well,
that
isn't that
whole
what your
fall
daughter
and-
wiped out on
Yes,
was rollerblades?
bad.
I mean, she really
Whipped.
she
She got
had
really
a pretty
hurt real bad.
bad spill, and
Yeah.
because I think the balance is different
Mm-hmm.
than the roller skates. I feel like it's more distributed.
You have
than-
four. You have 4 versus that line.
Well, there's
of
still
wheels.
4, but yeah, the balance is different.
Right.
The weight
Exactly.
seems to be distributed better when you're talking on the whole skate. So
Well, just getting out and
no, it's
walking
really
on the
fun,
beach or
though.
walking or jogging
Yeah,
or even a
absolutely.
slow jog or some of these 5Ks are unbelievable. So I do
Yeah.
those as often as I can too. So
Do you actually run them?
yes, I actually do. Yeah.
Wow, I'm
Look
pretty
at-
Believe it or
impressed.
not, yeah.
He does it all.
I've done a lot of 5Ks because I think they're fun, but I'm a terrible runner, so I like to walk.
Look
them.
at her. She's
It doesn't
contemplating.
matter,
You know what?
yeah.
Like,
we can
I
get you
walk
out.
them.
We'll do the run. You don't have to run the whole thing.
No, I
Sure,
definitely
sure.
can't.
What's,
That's really good.
what's a 5K? What is that? How many miles is that like?
3.2 miles, I think it is
Okay.
actually.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really not that bad
It
at
isn't,
all.
and it goes very quick.
Yeah,
really.
it does. Especially
You
you do
know-
a color run like they just did at Queens, and those are fun because
Yes.
there's excitement and
The
there's
energy is
yeah, the
just-
energy is just there.
Really
They're
fun.
painting you with colors, and yeah, that's a lot of fun.
It's a good time. I did a mud one once. It was a lot of fun. It was a breast cancer awareness thing. It was really cool. Really a lot of fun, and another example of having fun, but you're getting a lot of exercise, which
Exactly.
made me curious about the kiddie parade.
Aha! Here we go, and that is so much fun. Oh,
So that's a great. Could you tell us what it is?
I sure will. Well, back in the day, and this was when my kids were involved, and were in every year, and they had such a great time and such memories of doing the kiddie parade, and then it kind of fell to the wayside over the years. And so last year I decided that I want to take it back. So the police department took it back, and we started it where we have it going down Franklin Square again, where it used to be. And we start at 7th Street, and we go all the way down to 4th Street. And it's just a great, fun, excitement thing. There's different categories of pets and children, costume characters, decorated wagons, large groups, small groups, whatever you want to do as a team, neighborhood groups. And we've had a lot of neighborhoods get together, and that's what brings them all, and the
Yeah.
kids together and have
All
fun.
ages.
All
I
ages.
think that's fantastic.
That's what I
so,
love.
do people register for this, or you just kind of say
You can pre-register, but I found that last year it's kind of difficult with little ones that they
Yes.
actually just
Yeah.
register when they come, and that
Okay.
works out fine too. So if you show up on Franklin Square at 7th Street and Franklin, where we're going to be with the HealthLink parking lot and First United Methodist, that's
Okay.
where we do all the organization. We put them all in groups. I have all the judges there. We do the pre-judging. We give everybody a healthy snack right off the bat, so that
Healthy
the kids are
snack.
happy.
Come on,
Yes.
ladies and gentlemen. Woo!
So that really helps out and keeps the kids entertained while they're
Right.
waiting to get starting the parade, but they're all excited too. They all want to get judged. So I
Yeah,
brought
it's
in
fun.
extra judges, and it's a great thing that they get that specific treatment and to look over by everybody, so no one's overlooked.
That's really neat. So do parents walk with their children?
You can-
Unless they're, obviously they're
Both.
super little.
Yeah, they're super little. They'll pull the wagons. Parents
Yeah.
will. They'll have other older youth pull the wagons,
Yeah.
and they'll dress them up. I've had a variety of everything. I
That
mean,
is
we've
really
just had
neat.
some great times last year, and we had a ton of kids show up. And then through John Herman with Carlson's, but I have to give him an applaud. That
Love him.
Every year he donates all the hot dogs and buns and etc.
Oh,
So
wow.
we feed everybody. We not only just feed the kids, we feed the parents, the grandparents. Whoever shows up to our event, we feed everybody. So
That
we had
is-
400 people last year.
Isn't that
Really?
unbelievable?
Yes, it was
And so that was the
unbelievable.
first year after how many year in between the last one?
Well, they did it. They tried it the year before, and I think they only had like 20 participants.
Oh my
So,
goodness, what a
yeah.
difference. Wow.
So we really have increased it. We give away, and everything's free. We do not charge anybody for anything. We have ribbons for every kid that participates. We have trophies. We have, and matter of fact, WMS even donates tickets to the water park for us for the kids.
Oh
to get
my
away.
goodness.
Awesome.
That's fantastic.
Applaud to them.
Yes.
I have a quick question from someone. Ask the sergeant, can we decorate and ride scooters this year?
Yes, scooters, decorated bikes and scooters.
Thank
We,
you.
we have the same category. We also, of course, have the wagons, which is
Okay.
really popular.
Now, foot pedaled scooters, not the little electric ones, right?
Well, we've had electric show
Oh,
up
you
too,
have?
and,
Oh,
and you know
wow.
what? We don't care because it's fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's
The
just
kids
for fun.
enjoy it, and they just go down Franklin Square. They wave at everybody, and that's what I want people to do. Is I want
That's it.
audience participation.
Yeah.
So just show up and just come and support
And
the
applaud.
kids and
Yeah.
applaud.
That's
You know
it.
what? And this is something that I love when Sergeant Chris and the crew are out there. We were chatting about that side note because when the young ones and people of all ages get to see that audience
Yes.
and they get to feel the roar and
Very
they get to
true.
feel that emotion, it really makes you
Absolutely.
feel good
Well,
inside.
very
It
true, I
really
think.
does.
I think that's a good way to kind of be in the spotlight without it only being you.
Exactly,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Kids
And-
are intimidated by that, but they need that little boost of confidence too. It's a good way to do it in a
And
group
this is a
setting.
great thing to get parents and grandparents involved too, because last year we had a grandfather that spent 2 months building the float
Oh,
for
how
the kids,
cute.
and
Is
it
that
was
awesome?
just
That's really,
adorable.
really cute. Yeah.
Oh my god! And then you see some of these things that the efforts they put forward on the costumes, and moms are making costumes, grandmas are making costumes,
Yeah.
and it's just amazing. So it's not just buying a Halloween costume; they actually put on a whole production.
Yeah. So do they have to dress up, or is it just they can just participate? They don't.
Well,
have
we actually want them to be, and this year's theme, and I wanted to address that too, is called Red, White, and Zoo. So
Oh,
anything
how
connected
cute.
to an animal
That is really
is
cute.
great. Any time you might put a color in there or whatever it might be, and of course it might influence the judges a little bit, but that's okay. It's a
Yeah.
great thing because we have, again, water park ride tickets to give away. We have Indiana Beach tickets to give away. We have
Wow.
Indianapolis
Yeah.
Zoo tickets to give away, and we're just going to give all kinds of stuff to these kids. So I
That's
think they're going to have a
really
good
neat.
summer.
What animal would you be there, young one? If you had, because I'm going to ask
don't
this question to Sergeant Chris
probably a
next.
bear
Okay, a bear.
or a lion. I
All
can
right.
see my whole little tribe here being lions and tigers and bears. That would be
5
cute.
little ones, by the
Oh
way.
my gosh, bring
Yeah.
every one of them. And that would be just a great float.
I think my oldest would say, "Please do not make me dress up like a lion, tiger,
She could
or
be
bear."
she could be a helper.
That's right.
Sergeant Chris, what would you be if you were an animal?
Tigger the tiger, of course.
Rock
I think
on.
I'd go to
Yeah,
that either
yeah.
or giraffe. And I cannot find a good giraffe suit because of my height. I think that would be fun.
That would be funny.
Winnie the Pooh was my favorite guy, and I love raccoons, but I don't know. I think I'd be an ugly raccoon. And
Bear. You want to be Pooh Bear? That would
could
be
be
cute.
Pooh Bear.
We have the Hamburglar that's showing up
Oh,
this year,
that's
and he's going to be
Oh,
a part
how
of it.
fun.
So that's going to be a great.
Yeah.
McDonald's supports us every year, so that's amazing. So we're going to have a couple of bands playing. We're going to have the Soul Steppers come again, and that's always
Wow,
a
that's a
big hit.
big. I mean, it's really a big event.
Oh, it is. It is. It's very, very, very much supported by the mayor, by the chief, by all the administration, by the city councilman. Everybody shows up, and
That's
I was so
fabulous.
impressed last year.
Yeah.
So
You know,
it
one of the
worked out.
things that he brought up, the Soul Steppers, I don't know if you're familiar with that, or those viewing or listening to us right now on the radio side of TV things. These young people,
Mm-hmm.
led by unbelievable folks, they literally, when we say soul stepping,
Yeah.
they are like to the beat of the drum and
I
the
love
dancing,
that,
and
yeah.
it's so. It's, I would say, for lack of a better word, Sergeant, what would you say, military like?
Very much so. Very much so.
electric
Very.
killer. They're awesome.
Very well organized, and they just do a great job. Yeah. So, and they've won numerous national competitions.
Are they like the stomp where there's no real instruments? It's
no, there is instruments.
And
there are
yes, incorporated.
Both.
Wow.
From this backyard.
That's fabulous.
Northwest
Indiana.
Just so amazing. Neat. Just amazing. Yeah. So
what a cool thing. So can we make sure that it's July 1st?
July 1st, and we want everybody to get there about 4:45, 5 o'clock. So everybody have a chance to be judged and time so that they can be judged properly. And that's what the complaint was before, is they never got enough attention. So this way we want to give them a lot of attention.
Now, I know that via the news releases and some of the people that are in the know-how, there's rumors that there's going to be some special guests. I don't know if we can unveil those yet, but there are some other special folks that are going to be there as well.
Absolutely. We're going to have a couple of parade marshals that are going to be involved with this, but I don't want to name names yet until we get closer, but it should be a great surprise. And I think the kids are going to be just ecstatic about this.
What a great thing.
Someone just said, can I dress up? I don't have any children. They're all grown, but can I dress up with my wife?
Let's give it a shot. Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Why not, right?
But we just have a lot of fun, and honestly, at the very end, and we have a nice dinner for everybody, and we make sure that everybody has juice boxes, and we have an ice cream treat for everybody.
That is so nice.
And there's just a lot of partners out there to donate things, and it's a great thing.
How long does it last?
It lasts about an hour total, and so it's really not bad. And we try to space them out so that they have the attention, so they're not just ganged up.
Yeah.
And some take a little longer, they have short little legs, and some take some like run it. So you never know what's going to happen.
How
but
cute. That's
it is
really
very
cute.
cute. And of course they videotape it for the television program, and they do it live on Michigan City Live, and that's a great thing too. And it's just, it gets a lot of good attention.
That's
and I think
neat.
the kids enjoy it.
I do too. I think it's something so different.
And it's great memories for kids.
It is. And especially right before the 4th of July parade, they could see the 4th of July parade anywhere and go, hey, I just marched in one. You know what I mean?
Well, this is the day before. So the big parade is the next day on Saturday. So, I mean, the kids can actually be a part of all this excitement over the weekend.
That's really
some great things. So July 1st, the Kitty Parade. July 2nd, the Michigan City Parade. July 4th, the LaPorte Parade. And there are all around Northwest Indiana, Chicago, Southwest Michigan, our whole general listening and viewing area. Massive parade. This is what it's all about, getting out there and making memories.
Absolutely. And I want to encourage everybody from LaPorte to come on over too. It's not just Michigan City in itself. I want everybody to come over. So if there's kids over in LaPorte that would like to come over and be a part of this, please do. The more the merrier. We have a great time doing it.
Now, if somebody has a question about it, who do they contact?
They can contact myself at the police department, 873-1461. And then I'm extension 333. And my right hand, which is Rhonda Swistek, who does everything for me, she makes me look good, is 334. And she can answer questions too, and it really works out very well.
Okay. Well, good.
See, isn't that awesome?
That's really cool. I mean, and I love it. I love the whole concept. I think it's fun, and again, it incorporates exercise, it incorporates families.
It really does.
I could see your little guys.
That's really neat. Oh, my kids are
being spazzies.
Okay, so you go home and start to float.
Yeah, I was going to say, you can put them pretty much in any wild animal costume, and they can nail it.
Well, if you go on a computer and you pull up Kitty Parade, you'll see a lot of great costumes out there and a lot of great ideas. So I encourage everybody to get on there and take a look.
That's really
and grandpas and fathers and moms and dads and start making costumes. And the more you make them, the more fun it is because you're involved with your children.
What is the route? And I know it's, there's all ages there, especially the kiddies. But I mean, it's obviously not that long, but what is, you said 7th and Franklin, where does it go?
We all meet at 7th at the Health League parking lot, and we utilize that. We utilize the church, which is a very good participant too, and they make sure that we have no traffic coming through at all, and so we put them all in their groups so that they know. Then we start at the very front of Fagan Pharmacy.
Perfect.
And then we put them out there and we mix them up. And we set them down the street, and it's from 7th all the way to 4th Street. And 4th, of course, would be the dead end to the library, and that's where we have the food and the drinks and the bathrooms and everything else for everybody to then relax while the judges contemplate their scores, and then we give them ice cream after that.
I think that's great, too. It's good to point out that although it's a nice little walk, it's not it's not overwhelming or
Agreed.
intimidating to
Right.
young families. The kids will love it. Please, that'll go.
Oh, they
very
wish it went further, but 7th to
Yeah.
4th Street is plenty, and
Yeah.
I think everybody enjoys that. It's a good little stretch.
It's a nice
And-
spot for it to end too. you know
And it's
what I
just
mean?
amazing to
it's fun.
see everybody cheering, all the
Yeah.
parents and grandparents, and just people showing up in lawn chairs, just like the real parade.
Oh, how cute!
It is so cute. So we really
That's
enjoy that.
fantastic.
Someone just asked you to ask you while you're on there about safety for the holidays and if
Yes.
there's anything that they should kind of throw out there to their families, which I think is a great
Yes.
question, if you don't mind.
And not at all. And we limit fireworks. And fireworks is very restricted because there's so many injuries that occur. And I know it's fun for kids. And I know it's fun for adults. But you've got to be very respectful of the different types of fireworks. You can purchase them, which is fine. But doing them beyond too late at night is just not a good thing for neighbors, of course. And don't let children do it by themselves. And I mean, that's a big safety factor for us. We'll put out all the safety rules, and it's on our Facebook too. But I want everybody to be aware of the new pattern, the traffic pattern that just began today.
This is
Oh,
talk about this because
today.
this was a subject, and it has been. No matter how you feel about it, I think it's positive movement, and I could say that because I'm constantly in the
Right.
heart of the art district, Michigan City, Indiana. But Sergeant,
I didn't realize it began
Oh,
today.
oh,
I know
it's
this has been
unreal.
a discussion for quite a while. I know the work has been going on for quite a while. I didn't realize
Yes.
It's here.
today was go.
Today's the go day, and it's working. And so far on the way here, it worked very well. Unfortunately, there's a lot of citizens in Michigan City that are used to the old way, and
Yeah.
they're uncomfortable.
Change is hard.
They will get comfortable with it because it's not like you're turning into a left-hand drive. It's the normal drive that you would do in any other city. It's just new and different for everybody.
I think
Yeah.
this is great.
Yeah,
I think so too. I mean, I think over time, it will become just second nature. It won't be such a big deal.
The Washington Park thing is a little, that triangle is a little difficult. It always has been, but it's going to be just a little bit more of a challenge. But people will overcome, and it'll work out fine.
Yeah, I think so.
And eventually that police department will be torn down, and the old news dispatch building. So once that opens up, it's going to open up that whole entire area.
I didn't know they were being torn down. I wasn't. I was
Oh
just
yeah.
curious.
Yes.
I
Well, if
wasn't
you
sure
listen to
what they were.
WIMS
I
radio,
do. I do.
But we're
I didn't
excited about
realize
our
they
new
were
building,
tearing
so
them
yeah,
down. Yeah.
we're ready to go for that, and that's hopefully beginning of August. We're shooting for August 1st to get in there, and once that occurs, we're all moved in. The next year, sometime is when they'll take the building.
That's a
Right.
much needed facility anyways for
Yeah.
our officers. And number two, it's not a great excuse. We don't need one to talk to Sergeant Chris Yagelski and his crew. But I think what we should do when it's all finished and done is do a tour live on the radio,
new
live
one?
on TV of the new building and do
Yeah.
a walk around the
Terrific.
track.
Especially with
Terrific.
all
That'd
the,
be awesome.
especially with all the fitness components. I
Yes.
think that's. I mean,
Wait till
obviously,
you see that. We'll have a full
Yeah.
glass wall that everybody can see as they're working out. They can see
Oh,
outside and
that's
see the
nice.
walking track. And it's just going to be a nice feel for everybody
Mm-hmm.
and just keep everybody healthy. And that's what we're after.
We know, same thing with the firemen when we toured the fire department. It's part of it's involved in your everyday job as far as trying to be fit and we all need to pay attention to that. But it's neat that it is so available to you guys, and
Absolutely.
I think that it's so important that it be available, and that's definitely something we should check out. I think that
Are
would
you
be
going to
awesome.
work out on camera? Look at her.
No.
There you go. There you go.
Nobody would want to see that.
But it's nice. What we offer is the spouses or loved ones or children
Yeah.
can come
I
in
think
with
it's
their,
That's really nice.
Seriously.
with their
It
moms or
is.
dads or whatever, the
Yeah.
police officer, and they can actually work out together as a
Yeah.
family. And that's a good thing, too. So we don't restrict it to just police officers. We want everybody to come out.
Now,
and
will the
encourage that.
track and stuff, the outdoor
That's
areas be open to the
open
public
to the
too?
public,
Okay.
and that will be open all the time. And we're going to have it cameraed also for safety purposes. But
Right.
we're the place. We're there.
Hello, you're,
Yes.
you're, right,
Yeah.
you're right there.
Exactly. So if
great
you want to
spot.
walk your dog, if you just want to get exercise, it's just similar to Streeple Pond, and I think it's going to be a great thing. And then of course in the winter we're going to have the sledding hill that we're bringing back,
Yeah,
which
that's
has
gonna
always
be
been
fun.
popular for 50 years. Kids have
Forever,
been sledding
yeah.
there.
Well, and too that here at the radio side of Younger Life, we have had Fifth Ward Councilperson Sharon Carnes on several times, and the community as a whole got together along with everybody else. A lot of people bonded via email, Facebook to these actual meetings. In fact, there's several meetings this week because we spoke to her again this morning about stuff coming up about some of the other projects. And I think no matter what community you're listening or viewing in, this is a part of progress. This is a part of, looking towards the future. And I
Exactly.
love this healthier aspect.
I do too.
For a lot of
And
people.
that's the point. I mean, the more and more we learn, we know logically what we need to do to be healthier for ourselves, our community. But, we have to make it a lifestyle. And the more widespread we make that, just the easier it will be, I hope.
Oh, I think you're correct. And I think that's how Cerebral Pond initially started as just a retention pond, actually. And it was just going to be there. And we were going to grow wild grasses and whatnot. And then people started coming. You built it and they came. And
That's
then
it.
walking and dogs. And then they wanted a picnic area. And then they wanted a shelter. And then they wanted a lawn mowed. And now it's an actual park.
And go past
so
there on a
nice.
weekend when there's beautiful wedding parties there.
It is
I pass it
gorgeous.
all the time.
Well, we're very
Love
fortunate in
it.
our area too to have such beautiful parks and numerous parks.
Absolutely.
Between just in the county, LaPorte, Michigan City, there's so many nice parks. The Parks Department does an amazing job of keeping up with them because it is a lot of upkeep.
Mm-hmm.
But it's nice that we have that available for free again. For free.
Exactly. And if you start
And-
counting up the parks that we have in Michigan City, it's amazing.
I
And
know.
how the Patriot Park for all the baseball fields, we are applauded all throughout the state about how our park is made and the baseball facilities. So that's a great, and soccer.
Yeah.
And Adams Park and Cerebral Pond and just all over the city of Michigan City, there's always something going on. And that's a great thing.
Yeah, it is. It is great. It's fun and it's nice, especially right now. We can enjoy it so much, and there's so many things going on. Rick's just been spinning like a top at all these, trying to get to all these different events.
Keeps me young.
I
Oh
know
my
it definitely
gosh.
does. But
I
there's
see
so
him
many.
everywhere I go. He
There's
goes.
so
It's
many.
amazing.
I know.
We're
he's
kind of
all
like
over. There's
that
so many.
team. I'm like, hey.
Yes, and
Yeah.
I live in Michigan City.
Yes,
This
and
guy
he's all
travels
over.
and he is all over the place. I just,
know, it's
he's
fantastic.
amazing. He is
And,
amazing.
and it's
So-
nice. I know it. He does a great job in sharing that information and getting other people there too. It's important.
It's something. But I mean, every time every event, I just can't hardly even count them. But even Queen of All Saints, it was amazing.
Yeah.
He was there, and it was 110 degrees in the
I
shade.
know,
And
yeah.
he's running around from person to person with that radio, and he is just interviewing people.
It's
and
fabulous.
Just everybody having fun.
All
That's
right.
right.
Here's just something for Sergeant. The sledding hill is awesome. I think we should have an annual Younger Life sled race. Thanks for keeping the hill, Sergeant.
Here we go. And I think there's another challenge. I think
Right.
there's something that
That's
we
a
can do.
fabulous challenge.
And there
too,
we
because
go. And it'll be a nice fundraiser for something, whether we do it for the Salvation Army or we do it for a
Food pantry.
The food pantry
that
is
would be
always
especially
amazing.
in the
Look
winter.
at this. Making a difference
Yeah.
right here in our
Exactly.
community.
And honestly, sledding is so much fun,
Oh.
but it is work.
I'll do that
You're
all day.
so bundled, and you go down a big hill, and you have to turn and walk back up.
There's, okay,
That's
it is-
experience talking
It
there.
is
Golf
so
from-
good for you.
we go from the golf carts with Rick and Mary. Now, Sergeant Chris, we have to have the ski lift.
The lift, how funny! I'll tell
Mary.
you, the kids. Well, it's the kids. This is
I
what kills
agree.
you. You go down, and then when you're starting to go back up, and they're saying, the little ones, carry me.
Carry
no,
me, right,
I can
yes.
barely carry me up this hill. I'll help drag you, but you are going to have to walk.
are right, though.
It
You
is
are right.
But
exhausting,
great,
so much
a great
fun.
exercise for the kids, and that's
Oh,
what you
it
want too.
is.
Is you want your kids out there just enjoying life
Yes.
and having some
Breathing
fun.
that fresh air, I love.
I'm
would
a
miss.
crisp air kind of guy, too.
I really am. I would miss seasons. I could never live somewhere where there aren't seasons. So I feel very lucky that we get them, and I love that.
Can I check in with you in about 6 months? When
I
we're
know. I
below
didn't say I love
zero?
it the whole season, Rick. I said,
Yes,
I love
We're doing the
seasons.
sledding competition. Well, I don't know. I might be busy.
I don't know. It'll hold out there.
Yeah, I love it for a little while. Really by the time winter's very long, so by the end of it, I am so ready for it to be over. But I would miss it. It would be
Yes.
difficult for me to live somewhere where there was no winter or fall. Fall's my favorite.
Fall
so.
is awesome.
Yeah.
Can I ask two personal questions, if you don't mind, Sergeant? On the working out, are you more of a guy that works out in the early part of your day, or do you wind down your day? with
Nope,
working
it has to be at the evening just because everybody's scheduled for work. So we start usually at 5 o'clock and we're
that's
done by 6.
Oh, really?
And
Oh,
it's
that's
just
perfect.
it's just a perfect time for us,
Yeah.
and we do 3 times a week. And Sunday's our big morning that we do, and then
Oh.
otherwise we'll do it during the week, and it's just fun.
Yeah.
I
How
mean,
about the food side of life? I don't mean to pry in on the personal side, but you obviously are very healthy in terms of, your look and you're working out. Do you, kind of do the salads? Do you do different types of things for your
Yes, and I always, but on the contrary too, is I do a whole container of ice cream at times. So I
Right,
mean,
right.
I do
That's
both.
okay.
I do a nice balance. I'm a big vitamin person, so I take vitamins every day, and I try to keep a good, strong lifestyle when it comes to that. but I'm a good big walker, and I like to run, and I like to do different things. So
Yeah, it's the
I'm
key.
out there.
I like that.
It's the key. Getting out, moving.
I get to move
a little
up.
bit of everything.
I get to move up to the one a day that says 50 this year.
He's excited
I'm
about
apparently in that zone already. So yes,
I do. I'm religious about, through my doctor, because of my heart, I do my fish oil, one little
do
pill. I do my vitamin, and I do my, I guess it's hypertension.
I'm
but
curious about.
probiotics is a good thing, and I've
Yes.
discovered that over the last couple of years, and I'm telling you that is just a great thing for people to think about. And check at your vitamin store. And
Do you speak with your doctor about it, or
Oh,
did
yes,
you
absolutely.
prior to starting?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes. I talked to my doctor about it, and
good
he
point.
approves everything I do. And,
Yeah,
and it's just something that you just want to stay healthy and as young for as long as you can.
That's it. That's our point. And
I
it
like
feels
that.
good to feel proactive in that,
Exactly.
rather than just
Exactly.
we can take it as it comes, but it's nice to feel like you're taking steps towards that also.
Sure.
Can you tell in your
always think-
vitamin intake that it's positive for you?
Yes, it really does a big, big difference. The probiotics kind of keep you regular, I mean,
Sure.
so that's a
Yeah,
good thing.
absolutely.
And everything else just kind of accents it. So like you
Yeah.
say, you take a little iron pill, you take a little multivitamin, you take things that are just good for you.
That's right. Very good.
I mean, that's something to think about there, Rick Federighi.
There you go.
Probiotics.
There you go. Probiotic is the key word for the day.
Yeah.
Right. I like that.
It's nice. Like I said, I love to always know what works for other people. It always intrigues me. I love people, and I like to know what works for them. Maybe, maybe incorporate pieces of that too.
Well, it keeps you healthy. It keeps you out of the flu season. It keeps you out of
Yeah.
the colds. It
Boost
keeps you out
that
of those
immune
things.
system and
It just
stuff,
keeps that immune
right.
system boosted too. So I mean, yeah, you're correct. There's so many strains in there that help you. So I mean,
Yeah.
it's a good thing.
Isn't it nice to hear that someone else is normal like us? Because what happens is we said when we agreed to do the show, we're going to be completely honest. We are real
Yeah,
people.
we're real people,
We're not
so-
I love, I'll cycle and I'll walk and I'll swim, but I'll also, eat healthy as I can. But there are times that
You're
I
not
want
going to,
have
so,
a frozen
yeah.
yogurt.
When they have that
or I
chicken
wanna-
wing special, I gotta go. I
Right.
mean, honestly, God.
Right, or exactly, or you're going to be at a cookout. and,
I
love
that.
that.
Oh, of course. I mean, I do all that, and I
Right.
do. I eat candy. I still eat all that other
Yes.
stuff. It's probably not the greatest thing for you, but
Right.
it's okay for me.
All
Moderation.
right,
Moderation.
I gotta throw this out there. Jim Aldridge from ATA Martial Arts
Oh,
on
yes,
LaPorte
he's
said,
awesome.
I got to remind you three. That's what he said. I got to remind you three. And don't forget to train daily in Taekwondo.
Oh,
Yes.
there you go.
There you go.
I've never looked at that, but
Oh my gosh, another fundraiser.
Do you know what's funny? We actually did a show early on in the beginning of the show, when the show began, about Taekwondo and the health benefits, because it literally is total body workout, mental as well. Just
Sure.
It's just
and
one
I've been
more
to a
thing.
couple of those jazzercise things, and I'm telling
Yeah.
you,
Man.
that's a workout.
Sergeant Chris.
Little Zumba, I can do it all.
Yeah.
I can do it all.
I actually went to we had interviewed a local Curves owner in town, and it was just such a different take. I know it's primarily geared toward women, but still there's so many options is the point. Like, that's what I was the most impressed with. I'd never been there, and I met her, and she's like, come in and check it out. And it's neat just to see there are so many options. It's never one gym fits all. You know what I mean? You don't
Exactly.
have to do that. There's so many things to keep you healthy and so many ways to go
Listen,
about it.
if Rick Federighi can break boards with Jim Eldridge,
I know, right?
It was cute because I think that it's a total body workout. The other spin on this, I don't know if you heard or saw the show, that young man that came in that was having
Right.
challenges in his life recently on
So
the show.
he was on last week. He's a child that has a couple different serious medical conditions and chronic pain, and I mean, a lot goes with it. And he really wanted to try Taekwondo, and his parents agreed, even though they were really nervous because he has a lot of issues.
Sure.
And he and Mr. Eldridge just connected pretty much instantly, and it has immensely helped this kid overcome some of these hurdles that he had.
That's
in
true.
his
Even
life.
from
So it
the
was really neat.
interaction, you know how important that is, interaction and just moving to another level. But I also feel the respect side of things, the exercise side of things. And I think the regimen of homework and life is super important, and
Well,
respect and doing that
discipline.
discipline.
Is something Mr. Eldridge really tries
Exactly.
to instill in these students. And I think that is a great lesson for
Mm-hmm.
every person, child
Everybody
or
has
not.
their abilities, and I'm a big proponent. And again, the parents and friends are having a talent show here in.
Are they?
Yes, June 20. I'm sorry, July 24th, excuse me.
Really?
And that will be the Parents and Friends Talent Show, and that's big here. It's just in your neighborhood, just on the corner of County Line Road and 20, and it's the church there. I can't think of the name of the church.
I love those guys.
But it's going to be just an amazing event, and I was a judge last year and a big supporter of it, and
That's really neat.
They work so hard in doing their talents, and they sing and they dance and they do all kinds of things. So that's good for the Parents and Friends community.
Yes.
The Share Foundation, of course, I'm a big proponent of that, and we send them bowling, and they just love that.
I think it's.
So they're
Do you
always
know?
doing
And
something.
I am the person that sits back and watches those, and I tear up nonstop like such a nerd. It's so embarrassing. Even at the kids' school, they do a talent show, the elementary.
Exactly.
And it's cute. These kids get up, and some of them will try to juggle. I mean, it's nothing that big, but because they know they're up there alone. They're literally on the
Yes.
stage, even if they do it with friends. One of my daughters did a little gymnastics workout thing with her friends that they got up and did, and it's funny, but it's so, you feel so proud of all of these people, even the ones you don't know, because that is a lot to take on.
Oh my
when
gosh,
you know you're
yes.
standing up in front of people that you get so overcome. I get so overcome. I'm so proud of all of them, even the kids I don't know. There was this one little girl that sang, and she was so nervous when she started. You could barely understand her words, a few words into it, and by the end of it, she was belting it out. And you cannot help but tear up and become emotional watching those kids. Their families, for one, are so proud they can't even sit still. And it's just so exciting. And
I do too. And well, if you're unfamiliar with the Parents and Friends, that is
Right.
the challenged adults,
Right.
and those are where they come out, and I don't care if they're in a wheelchair, if they're in a walker,
it.
they're out there singing, like you say, belting it out,
Doing
and
anything they
doing the
can.
best they can, and whether they're
Yeah.
standing up comedians, and I mean, we just had so much fun last year.
I'm
It's
going to
so-
throw this out
it's
there.
so neat.
I'll host whatever talent show you want. You two do a duet.
No,
you go.
yeah. I
Another
would not
fundraiser.
get booed. I would be crying for a totally different reason.
I
that day.
can
cannot
dance, but I
sing.
cannot sing.
Jackie, our compadre who's lost a ton of weight,
Yes.
said, "It's okay, Mary. I cry like a baby too."
I do. I am.
So do I. I tell you what, very
I'm emotional.
It's very
Well,
emotional when it comes to that. I just
it
love them
is.
to tears. I cannot
Yeah.
get enough of that.
Yeah.
Well, you and I
think
both
that's
know-
fabulous. I didn't know they were doing a.
At the Queen of All Saints Parish Fest this past weekend, it was Family Day, and they were taking care of a number of the organizations we just spoke of, and to the point where Father Kevin called, a couple days ago on the radio side of Younger Life, and was chatting about how great it makes him feel, the community and the parish feel, because they give back. All those volunteers are there. These young people of all ages are there, and it's again community and people helping people.
They're exactly
All about it.
right.
Seriously.
And let me put in a plug really quick
Sure,
for the
please.
Uptown Fashion Show, which is going to be this Friday
Absolutely.
at 6 o'clock.
Okay.
And at the Uptown Center at 907 Franklin Square. I'm one of the models, believe it or not.
Yeah.
I still have a tuxedo, yeah.
That's awesome.
Nonstop. See?
See?
Nonstop, got to do it
Yeah.
nonstop. But I think it's going to be fun, and it's going to showcase all of the different businesses that are down there, and of course the Paris House and all the different places down there that are promoting this. And I think it's just going to be a great thing to get our Main Street back to where it used to be.
Yeah.
And everybody's excited about that. So if you want to come down for the fashion show, that's
Love
6
it.
o'clock this Friday at the Uptown Center.
Look at that.
Fantastic.
What are you sporting, by the way, young man? Tux?
It's going to be a tux, but I can't tell you the surprise part of it. There's a little bit there
Oh, is
besides
there?
just the tux, so I hopefully I can pull it off.
You
We'll see.
will. It's
That'll
you.
be nice. Yeah,
Rock
that's
on.
fun. Really, that's so cool. And one more really neat event in the area, and all for the greater good. Really, it's just
Absolutely,
neat.
absolutely. Just keep coming in groves, and every year there's
Yeah.
more and more events in our city, and I think it just makes everybody happy.
That's
a
it.
great
And
thing.
unify. That's what
Exactly.
has to
Sure.
happen.
Yeah.
And,
I've
community
talked
pride.
to one of our new friends out of LaPorte, Indiana, Unique Boutique. Julie and the crew are going to be out at that fashion show. And so when you see her, welcome her to the area because she's going to be out there. There's tons of great people. I know Diane just chimed in, and she was just saying about how much fun that they're going to have out there. So again,
Yeah.
a lot of these fundraisers and family bonding
Right.
and things like that. It's all about that whole
It is.
string of younger and healthier
Helps you
and
find
fun
that
and
balance. That's
Oh,
what
yes.
we're looking for.
Try
all the
something
time.
new.
Something new. And speaking of something new, the Dragon Boat Race, which
Yes.
is coming up here on Stone Lake in LaPorte here in August. And that's a great event. And if you want to get involved with that, Tim Gartland, I think, is in charge of
Yes,
that
he
from
is.
Edward Jones. And you get a sponsored boat trip of everybody. You get 20 people in a boat, and you just paddle your little butts
Till
off
she's
there,
off.
and yeah.
Talk
and then
about
you just go.
workout.
Well,
Yeah.
It's a great workout.
It is
It
a great
is.
workout.
And it's a lot of fun. It's a good benefit, and of course, it's to benefit Dunebrook, which is near and dear to me
fabulous.
also. So another great facility.
Tim was just down there with us out at the Maple City Grand Prix, and we were chatting earlier this week as well. And it is a great thing. And the same day, by the way, while we're talking about community, same time, same place, and a lot of people go from one to the other. Stuff a bus to help out our
Yes.
hundreds and hundreds of families that need food, and our shelters are
Yeah.
bare. So Stuff a Bus happens that day, and it's the whole local community that gets out there. And some of our great partners like Al's and Barney's help
Yeah.
out, and we all do. All of the police department, the radio stations, we're out there broadcasting. We'll be out at the Dragon Boat races too. That's gonna be
there you
fun.
go. And
That's really cool stuff.
We have the new people that I think are started yesterday with the new leaders to Salvation Army, because we have new lieutenants, I think they're called.
Oh,
and then Candace
really?
Silvis is a big proponent out there, and she just runs that whole pantry thing. So if you ever
awesome.
want to donate, you can always just go see Candace directly and bring your canned goods
By the
directly
way,
to her.
year round.
Year round. Exactly.
Absolutely.
Year round.
Year-round.
It's
It's
not
not
just
It's a
one
rough
event.
time of year
Yes.
for This is, I think, a
agree.
rougher time of year for all of the food pantries because people, you kind of forget about it a little. I don't want to say forget.
No,
about
you-
it.
Well,
you're
there's a
right.
big
It does.
concentration at Christmas
That's
time
it.
and
And
etc. over the
Thanksgiving,
holidays,
yep.
but
And right
we
now,
need
kids
this
are
all year
home.
long.
I know how, the kids that are in school and primarily that's where they eat most of their food or meals. They're at home now. Our food pantries have to be stocked back up.
Absolutely.
It's a big deal.
Absolutely.
Oh wow. Well, it's great to
Okay.
have you here in studio.
Yes,
you are
thank you.
always awesome, Sergeant.
So the
Christian
kitty
Galsky.
parade sounds perfect.
July
I think that's
1st.
fantastic. And
I
yeah.
can't wait. I think it's going to be great for the community. I think everybody's going to have just a super fun time. I mean, honestly, I had just nothing but comments from parents a month later
Wow.
last year. And just thanks for bringing it back. And my daughter was real happy, and she brought her new little one, and they were in the parade. And
It's
just
memories.
It's just memories.
Memories.
It's great memories. And both
Yeah.
my kids remember every bit of it, so they were in it every year, of course.
How neat. How neat.
Yeah,
Good.
I'm loving that. Well, thank you again
Thank you very
for
much.
joining us. And of course, we've got about a minute or so left. You want to talk about some of the upcoming shows, Ask the Pharmacist and
Ask
stuff like
a
that?
Pharmacist is Thursday. So again, any last minute questions that you have, you're welcome to email us, shoot Rick a text, something, get them to us, and we'll make sure that we ask. And tomorrow we're going to show the piece that I had been at State Street Community Church. They're partnering with LaPorte Hospital and some other partners for the Mommy Meetup event. So we're going to air that tomorrow and kind of talk about that some more because that will be next week, the actual event. And Friday we're talking about, speaking of animals, we're talking to the zoo.
They're gonna
that'll
be
Love the
here.
zoo. Love the zoo.
I
so
Everybody
love
involved
those
with the zoo.
guys.
That is just my favorite place to go, and I just cannot talk so much about that staff and the way they operate the whole thing. We are just very fortunate. We don't realize that Michigan City has
Yeah.
a zoo, and it's just a great thing.
Yeah.
What's nice is there's only a handful of those left on really a lake, let's
Yeah.
be honest, in the United States of America.
Yeah.
They did a big fundraiser this past weekend that all of us were at. And you see these beautiful, whether they're wolves or whether they're the bears, and the way that it's set up is just, the backdrop is drop dead gorgeous. It's just fun,
It's
family
fun.
bonding. So a great place to be. Well, on behalf of us all at Girard Media LLC and the staff at Younger Life, Sanders, our executive producer, we'd like to thank you, Sergeant Chris Yagelski.
You're more than welcome.
From the Michigan
Thanks.
City Police Department here in Northwest Indiana. Thank you, Mary, for being you. I'm Rick Federici.
I'm Mary Anthony.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are now listening to the beginning of a new way of living. It's Younger Life.
AM 1420, WIMS, Michigan City, a Girard Media Company station.
CBS News. I'm Steve Kathan. The FBI now says it's looking into the information from Orlando nightclub goers that gunman Omar Mateen was a regular at the Pulse, the gay club that was the scene of Sunday's massacre. CBS's David Begnaud.
CBS News has confirmed through various law enforcement officials that they continue to hear from people within the gay community that that is in fact the case. But they are trying to run down exact details right now.
Pulse patron Jim Van Horn says he saw Mateen a lot.
He used to come in the bar about on the weekends. Sometimes he would be there. Sometimes he would miss a couple weeks and then be in again.
Van Horn says Mateen talked to him about his ex-wife, and he did try to pick up men. A Mateen family member suggested the gunman hated gays. CBS's Peter King on the reports that Mateen had been scouting a Disney property.
The event that investigators are looking at is the annual Gay Days event that's held here in Orlando and at all the theme parks, but especially Disney World. Disney has very tight security, metal detectors, wands, that kind of thing. Mateen probably would not have been able to get into the park with any kind of weapon, but he might have been able to do some damage at the gate or in the parking lot.
Hospital officials say 6 of the wounded in the attack are in critical condition, 5 in guarded condition. Some of those wounded are speaking out today, including Angel Colon, who thought he was going to die.
By the glory of God, he shoots towards my head, but it hits my hand. And then he shoots me again, and it hits the side of my hip.
And House Speaker Paul Ryan is the latest political leader to weigh in on the Orlando massacre.
We must stop people who want to do us harm from coming here. We must give our intelligence and law enforcement communities the tools that they need. And we must work with communities to prevent radicalization.
Homeland Security Chief Jay Johnson tells CBS News meaningful, responsible gun control measures are needed. CBS's Barry Bagnano has more on a just-released report about the severity of gunshot injuries.
University of Colorado researchers believe it provides a good snapshot of a troubling trend. In a comprehensive study of hospital and county records on firearms injuries, they found that between 2000 and 2013, gunshot wound cases remained fairly stable. But the number of wounds and the severity of injuries increased, leading to a significant rise in fatalities.
Authorities in New Mexico are looking to extradite a man accused of killing his wife and 4 daughters. He's in Mexico now. Juan Hernandez was arrested there. Nicole Vargas is a friend of the family.
This guy he did this, and then he took off like a coward.
Court records indicate Hernandez and his wife were headed for divorce. A federal appeals court has upheld the governor's net neutrality rules. The government's, that is. They require internet providers to treat all web traffic equally. Wall Street, the Dow is down 108 points. With 30 million radio listeners weekly, this is CBS News.
At Walgreens, getting diabetes testing supplies with Medicare Part B is a walk in the park. Really, because getting what you need is quick and easy, giving you more time for other things. There's $0 out of pocket on all major brands like One Touch and Walgreens True Metrics, and no extra paperwork. So managing diabetes becomes a stroll down easy street, or a trip to the movies, or even a day at the beach. Talk to your pharmacist